Creating an outdoor cactus garden in Zone 7. As you can see here, I have a number of outdoor cactuses that I've collected over the years. Some cholla, some echinoceras, some opportunias, as well as some brevibums, which are cold hardy succulents. What I'd like to do is give them more space to grow by creating an outdoor cactus bed so that they can live outside permanently. The area you see here is the area by my deck that I intend to become my permanent cactus bed. Now, I live in Zone 7, so I have to take a number of things into account when creating this cactus garden, and the main thing is drainage. It tends to be a lot wetter here, as well as getting freezing temperatures. So in order to have my cactuses survive and thrive, I need to have proper drainage. What I'm going to build today is a much simplified version of the image you see above. Basically, a big gravel pit that's designed to hold water and allow it to drain away into the subgrade slowly. To do this, I will need to have some pea gravel, some larger gravel, as well as some nice fabric flower pots like you see here. These are a 3-gallon size. So I dug a hole here in the ground, hoping to get down to a sandy layer that would drain away. Unfortunately, as you see here, this is one of the real reasons that I have a problem. There's a lot of clay in this soil. So I didn't get down to sand, and I also dug the hole a bit deeper than I originally intended to. To make up for the depth of the hole, I had to add some play sand to the bottom of the hole. That I followed up with some pea gravel, and on top of that, I put together my drainage structure. To create the drainage structure, I used a fabric flower pot, which I filled entirely up with pea gravel. This I then covered over with another fabric flower pot in order to create a capsule that would hold water without allowing it to be filled up with sediment. This I put into the hole in the ground, and then I backfilled the hole entirely with pea gravel. Now I can move on to planning the rest of what I was going to do for my cactus bed. As you can see, we started by putting some piles of dirt in the back in order to give a little bit of elevation to the back side of the garden and give it a slope. Then we laid fabric down over the entire area and covered it up with a larger gravel. Here's an image from the work in progress. What you see is that I took play sand, or all-purpose sand, and mixed it up with some of my succulent soil that the plants had previously been potted in, and then I made pockets in the gravel in which I planted the plants. And here it is, my semi-finished cactus garden. As you can see, it's not just cactuses. There are a ton of other succulents in here. In the back, I directly sowed my cactuses right into the mounds of dirt that I had behind it, just in order so that they have plenty of room to grow. They'll get nice and large there, I believe. You can see I have other succulents here, including some agaves that I've grown from seed, some of my big flapjacks, basically a large number of other succulents that I had lying around the house, and plants that I've grown from seed. The plan is to see how well this grows all year, and hopefully after quarantine ends, I'll be able to add some additional sempervivums and other cold hardy succulents just to keep this going as a really beautiful, incredible desert garden throughout the year. So just to close with some close-ups of some of the cactuses and succulents I have planted in here. There's some cholla, some agave babies that I grew from seed that's about a year old, another cholla from New Mexico. Let's see, some other succulents, cactus from Colorado, an additional cactus from Colorado. I'm not even sure what these are. They're so small, I'll have to wait till they get bigger. Cactus from the desert, which I'm hoping is like a king cup or something really fun like that. Big agave, and some cactus I got from Nadine, as well as some sedums that I got in a flat at Lowe's that hopefully will cover up a lot of area and fill in some spaces around some of my other cactuses. They'll be nice and colorful all winter long. And of course, leaf babies. I propagated a bunches of leaves this year and I stuck them in here with everything else. So hopefully you enjoyed this. The end.